leads to fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line, but how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They run again with Ware. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah. Was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got 2 teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Browns coming in at 6-1. going up against the Chiefs, who come in at 5-2.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. First carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Here we go now.
They'll run it again with Crowell. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Over!
Back to throw here. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Here we go. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 6 yards there on the pickup, and the Browns are going to have a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Let's go.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now. Green.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On the ground, this is Ware. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Mahomes going to throw. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Goes to Ware on the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Second down, here's Crowell. And some space here. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They go play action here on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll try the right side with Crowell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And that'll set them back 5. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st down, Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a handoff to Crowell. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now it's Crowell running right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Fighting to stay upright. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run now with Ware. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Preston Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Green! Watch it, Leopard! Go! Green, 39! Green, 39! Over! Watch it now, Barney! No, check! Patriot! Here we go!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throwing left side, it's complete. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A first scoring update now from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Back to throw, Rush. Out left side here to Bryant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw is Rush. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Rush. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. In the red zone this time.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some room to roam now. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
On first down, Rush buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw on second down. Rush. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On the run, it's Ware. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning away. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Funches with a catch over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
As they run the counter play. Whoosh. Oh, and now he bowls him over. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, Rush. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Now let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Rush. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got to dig down deep. They need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about... The corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Single receiver. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing on first down. Rush. Pass incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up second down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
On third down, Rush. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Green, 39. Green, 39. Leopard.
On first down, Rush. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's a give to Crowell. Finding room to the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns continue to roll. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And Benjamin seems to be in some pain. You see him there. Still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Here we go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Second down following the run. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Left is Crowell. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run with Crowell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He's going to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now it's Crowell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, rush. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On the run, it's McNichols. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The Browns on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL, and maybe what's fitting.